Hey guys, Matt Powers here. Welcome to the Permaculture Student. I'm going to be reading today from the Permaculture Student 2. I'm going to be reading in the final chapter, not the conclusion, but the final chapter here. I'm going to read right before Masanobu Fukuoka's section and right after Willie Smith's section. In between them, we find the Greenbelt movement. All right, that's where we are. We're near the end of the book. This is where we go into permaculture in action. That's the chapter. The late Wangari Maathai's story starts with her trying to enlist women in planting trees, and it ends with her precipitating large-scale political upheaval and environmental restoration, leaving a legacy of planting trees in her wake that is still being carried forward. An adept student, Wangari earned a Kennedy Scholarship to attend college and get her master's degree in the U.S. and returned home to a country that no longer looked the same to her eyes. The rivers, trees, and landscape were degrading. Children were suffering from malnutrition. Since the forests were cut down, they were eating a simplified diet of mostly carbohydrates. As the trees continued to disappear, firewood became scarce. Recognizing the missing link between their health and the landscape, Wangari organized and taught women to plant trees, going against customs and locally held beliefs. As the first woman in East Africa to earn a PhD, Wangari was empowered by her education, and she encouraged other women through education to be active agents in their own lives and bioregions. Through her efforts, thousands of women planted trees using seeds they themselves foraged from their local area's remaining native plants. This effort began to draw attention and then harassment from the post-colonial government that was continuing the colonial practice of liquidation of natural resources. The more she organized to protect the forests, parks, and rivers, the more need for social restoration work she encountered. The environment was so tightly linked to the economy and the society that all their problems were one problem. They'd forgotten their culture and lost their habitat with colonization. The European agricultural methods of cleaning the land included clearing the tribes off the land and into tightly controlled impoundments called villages. The new government, though run by Kenyans, failed to break the pattern of abuse and corruption that imperialism had visited upon them. Wangari Maathai's position as a lecturer at the University College of Nairobi, her success with organizing women, and her academic achievements gave her public credibility. It also gave her the ability to use her voice to protect land from land grabs, deforestation, and abuse by the post-colonial Kenyan government, though the conflict was fierce at times. At one point, Wangari and many mothers of political prisoners started a public hunger strike, which quickly gained immense popular support and attention. Within a few days, their protest led to a violent dispersal of the crowd by government troops. Relocating in a nearby church's basement, the women continued the protest for 11 months, until finally, the prisoners were freed. Eventually, due to the opposition inspired and facilitated largely by Wangari's passion, example, and organization skills, President Muta stepped down and Wangari Maathai was elected to the Kenyan parliament, where she continued to use her influence to help everyone see their lives in connection with the trees around them, even the military. Check out this quote. "We believe that soldiers and trees are brothers. Our role is to protect the country, and the role of the tree is to protect the environment. So we play a very complementary role." This is Major General, this is a Major General. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. Wangari's education, confidence, passion for fairness, love of nature, and open mind changed Kenya. Her work with women and trees had unexpected consequences that were political, and drew her up into a larger context and conflict. Ultimately, however, she had to address the entire system of ethics, people care, earth care, and care of the future in order to solve problems involving any of them. They were all inseparable. Remember that, folks. We can't go off on our own on an island. We can't do this and save the world by ourselves. We have to involve everyone. It's going to take everyone. All right. As with the people of the Los Plateau, The women were incentivized with compensation. Only 4 US cents a tree in compensation from the Greenbelt movement was enough for tree planting to spread like wildfire overnight. It was also not a custom for Kenyan women to plant trees, so it felt like a breakthrough for women's rights, pairing social liberation with tree planting. At the same time, they were reconnecting to their past by rebuilding the bioregion that maintained and inspired their culture before colonial occupation. The mixture of newness, empowerment, education, and environmentalism gave the people a new perspective on life and the natural world. It forever changed how they perceived right and wrong, fairness, ethics, plants, themselves, and soil. The Greenbelt movement and Wangari Maathai have inspired many thousands to have respect for themselves and their environment. So the next section there is Masanobu Fukuoka. I think, we could probably do this almost every day or every night, do a little bit of reading. Many of my Kickstarters have gotten their books now or sending out, carloads every single day. If you're waiting, thank you so much for your patience. We're packaging out super well this time around. Last time I got some returns that were totally beat up by the USPS. I couldn't believe it. So this time we're not taking any chances. We have like cardboard back, we got the wrapping inside, and then we got it in the package, and then we have to wrap around. So it's like ready, super ready for you guys. It's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I'm so excited for people to read it. It took so long to get done, so long to get printed, so long to get here, that it's just incredible that it's taken, that it's actually here. It's so incredible that it's actually here. It's, if you really think about it, it's not taken that long. It's only been about a year, a little bit over a year. So for something this thick to only take a year was really thanks to all of my Kickstarter backers. If you're pre-ordering, you should thank my Kickstarter backers, because those people, those amazing men and women, believed in me and funded an entire year of me sitting and writing this book, which the first version was 100 pages longer than this. And then we went through edits and edits and edits and edits for many months. And it's all because of them and their generosity that allowed us to get to this point, and their patience, and support that got us here. So thank you guys so much, Kickstarter backers especially. And pre-orders too, you guys. You're coming up next. You guys are coming out next. I can't wait to send them all. When they are all sent out, there's libraries interested. So when the libraries get through with me, I might not have very many left. So if you're interested, buy now. I'm actually setting aside those books. It's 70 out of the 100. It's gonna be crazy. So that leaves 30 to 40 left. So be very aware that these books could go. You could end up with a digital version, the PDF. I'm turning it into EPUB so we can eventually do Kindle and all that stuff. So we're doing that. The EPUB's a nightmare. It takes a little while. Always takes time, right? That's what all this stuff takes. I thank you guys so much. The link's up on top. Click on it. If you haven't ordered this book, you need this book. This saves you thousands of dollars, okay, in books and courses, and it leads you to the path to deeper learning in any of the avenues that you're interested in. So this book is like a whole new career guide for high school students, college students. This is, like a whole new permaculture. This is way broader than anything in permaculture that I've ever seen. We're taking on ocean repair, large-scale ocean repair. We have alternative energy. We have Permaculture, which is a concept created by Bill Mollison's grandson. So we got this full circle thing going on here. Bill Mollison, co-creator of Permaculture. Stuart Muir Wilson helped me with this. Amazing things. Check this out. If you don't have it, you got to get this. So click on the link, visit the website, buy it. You won't be disappointed. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And you know what? Stay tuned. We're going to continue reading from this. If you're waiting, stay tuned. I'll keep reading it to you, okay, until it gets there. Have a wonderful night.